Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME, Building the Back to the Future DeLorean, Part 19. In this video, we'll be completing issue 45 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, with every issue comes with a magazine and component parts. Let's have a look in the magazine. We can see inside here, this is the area we're actually building at the moment. Let's have a look inside. These are all the components. There's some cabling work. Here are step-by-step instructions. And this is how it'll look when it's completed. The family of the future. Rehydrated pizza and video walls are all the rage in the McFly household of 2015. Jaws 19. This time it's really personal. In 2015, Marty is menaced by a holographic shark promoting a fishy sequel. And here are the components for issue 46. And there are all the components laid out. So as always, got to do our admin work and make sure that we've got everything that it says we have here. So let's open up our components for issue 45. So they're all in blister packs. So we've got screws here. So let's see. We've got this dial panel here. And we've got this LED panel there. And then dial housing, which is this one here. And then we've got vents, which are here. And then tabs, which, let's see if I can see where the tabs are. They might be underneath something, let me see. Okay, so we don't have that tab. Just check, so that's our screws there. So we've got AP screws and FP screws. We don't appear to have that tab. Let's just check if it's fallen inside something else. It's not in there. Okay. Just check if it's underneath somewhere. No, we don't have that tab. I may be able to take it off the car. Because we do have some tabs on the car. So let's bring our components out. Let's just lift out this component. Yeah, we don't have this tab, but I could probably lift one off the car and use that if I need to use it. So there are all our components. let's just put our screws away. So we've got AP screws. Which are here. And the FP screws. Some more of them. We got them in the last issue as well. FP screws. So we've got everything we need. We've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Just turn it to the step-by-step page and let's go. So I wasn't able to find that that little piece, but if I need it I will get it off the car because there's quite a few of them on there. So the first thing we have to do is, see that little detail there, that little clock, can you see? Little digital clock. So the first thing we need to do is we just unwind this power cable, like that, and then what we've got to do is we've got to put this vent on top of there. So we've got a locating lug there and then a place for 2 screws. So we'll just sit that in place. Just make sure it's lined up like that, and we need to secure that with 2 AP screws. There we go, a couple of AP screws. Just hold that in place. So there we've got, that's where our locating lug is. And those are where we put our screws. There we go. I'll just loosely put that one in. And the second screw. In that hole. Just tighten up the first one. And that's our vents. That are on top of the dial housing, which is here. So the next thing is, you've got to get this LED panel here. So we'll just unwind the power cables, like that. And if you look inside, see there, right in that corner there, and then in that corner there, there's like a raised area where this fits. So I'm just going to slide this down so it fits in both sides, like that there. And you know you've got it in the right way around because let me get that back in. You know you've got it the right way around because the cables come out the back, like that, there, and the LED lights are there. Okay. So we don't need to glue it, we don't need to screw it, we just need to leave it loose like that. So I brought the dashboard back for this part. What we've got to do is, I'm just going to hold this, we've got to pass this long cable through this hole here. You see there, through that hole. So we've got to pass it through that hole, like that. And we've also got to pass this through the hole as well. Just just get the end of it, just pass that through the hole, so just pull them two through. And then this, I think that stays out. Checking. Yeah, there's one cable that stays. Check. No, tell you what it is. So we've got to get this long cable through there, like that, and then this short cable here, because this one that comes out of the back stays out, so we get the short cable in as well. Let's get the short cable in, just pull that through. This keeps coming off. Just make sure it's lined up properly. There. So pull the long cable and the short cable through, which is easier said than done. Like that. So we pull, and then that sits there in that place, and it stops the cables from trying to go back through. So those are the two cables there. So we need to secure this to the dashboard. We need to do that with a couple of FP screws. Let's get a couple of FP screws out. So I'm going to put one in there. Like that. I can put one in there, like that, and one in there. That. So I'm going to hold it all together, screw the first one in, make sure it's all lined up properly. Oh, it's slipping. Let me just grab it that way. And just move the cables, they're all tangling up. Just move the screws. Don't know how I got so many screws out. We just sit it down flat like that. Put the first screw in. Not all the way, but most of the way. And then do the second screw. Make sure it's sat straight. Just tighten up the other screw now. Once it's all tight, these cables will stay inside here, and this one that comes out the back of this little box here sits like that. Let's just put these screws back, and it should look like that there. Our dashboard taking shape. So I've just turned the dashboard over onto this side with these two cables, and I pulled this off the car because we've got quite a few, and I pulled one off because this was supposed to come with this stage, in this issue, but I didn't, so I've pulled it off the car, so I'm hoping it will work. So you need to pull these cables aside and put them in between these two holes there, and then I'm going to put my location lug there, which I'm hoping it's going to fit, because I'm assuming that they're all kind of the same size. And I'm just going to line up there and screw it in. I'm just going to assume they are all the same size, which I think they are. So and it keeps these two cables tidy there, as you can see. Keeps them tidy under there. Stops them moving around as much. So the last thing that needs to be done is this dial panel here, and that just needs to be slotted in place. Let's see. Just push that in place. I thought it was a sticker, but it's not a sticker. So that's where that goes. As you can see, our dashboard is starting to take shape. Let me just zoom out there. So that's the dashboard. At this stage, we're not actually putting it in the car, but we may put it in the car maybe in the next issue. So that's where we are. So that's our dashboard starting to be built up. And as always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. The link's in the description. Get what you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.